Hello, we're Jack and Shelby Tesser. We've got a little bit of a unique story of how we met. The uniqueness is really more in the form of the way we got to know each other.
Yeah, we were both had really busy schedules and young children, so we were traveling a lot and working a lot. So our first few months of meeting each other, we actually never met each other. We only had the chance to write back and forth letters and emails before ever seeing each other in person.
It was really a unique way. We've still kept some of those letters, and we get to see a little bit of the playfulness of how we met. And I feel very, very grateful that we had that time to get to know each other in writing before we saw each other face to face. It was fantastic. But you mentioned how we both came to this relationship with children.
Yes.
And so even though Shelby and I kicked it off together and we really felt an immediate bond, there's other personalities involved when you've got kids. And
Together we have 5 kids.
so we had to come together and make sure that it was gonna be okay.
Yeah.
And I've got to tell you, when we came together, we knew it was much more than a hunch. You know, that I guess that this group must somehow form a family. So yeah, the kids got along great. We were so blessed with that, and they found strength in each other, which was the additional blessing. The group or the tribe, we really found strength in each other, even during some difficult times or trials.
Yes, we have one son, Jake, who went blind at 9 years old, and he had to completely alter his life. He actually had to move to St. Augustine and go to the school for the deaf and blind.
Florida School for the Deaf and Blind, an amazing experience for him, an amazing experience for our whole family. And I say that because he had a genetic disorder called Leber's hereditary optic neuropathy, and essentially his eyes just gave up on him. And you know, you would think if you're a parent, you can kind of think of how that feels and what to go through. You know, we band together behind Jake's desires to help raise money for that school that helped to change his life. So getting past the charitable things, we're also pretty fun-loving. We so fun-loving that there are challenges in life that are gonna scare you. And we know this is gonna happen for our kids. We're talking about things like, should I take that job? Should I move to Wisconsin?
Should I marry that girl? Should I marry that guy?
Right, these type of things. And you might stress about making that decision. And we just feel like if you feel like it's right, do it. And it's hard to tell that to your kids or tell that to a brother or someone that you want to see make a move. So what we've done is we put together a tradition with our 5 kids that when they graduate high school, 18 years old, and they're about to jump off into life, go to college. They've got to jump out of a plane.
Yeah.
This is for a very specific reason. The metaphor is real. That you will fret about that jumping out of an airplane for days, weeks. That day, you can't sleep beforehand. You're dry mouth. We get out there, going up in the plane.
Go through all the emotions.
Here we
You're
go, here we
scared,
go.
you're excited. Should I do it? Should I not?
This is crazy, this is crazy. And then the kids jump. And as soon as they jump, they realize this is the most amazing experience that I've ever had. And when they land, all 5 of our kids, it was almost the same for every one of them. I want to do that again.
They want to do it again.
So you realize maybe you don't need to be so scared. And maybe once you make the decision, it puts all of that fret behind you.
Yeah, you can take yourself out of your comfort zone and actually do it. Yeah, you get up there and do it. And when you accomplish something like that that you don't think that you can do, it is one of the most exhilarating feelings you'll ever have. Like, I never thought I could run a marathon, but my desire to be there for our son and raise money to give back, I actually cried my eyes out after I crossed the finish line because I accomplished something that I never thought that I could have done.
Right. So that fun-loving nature of us and the family, but also buckling down when it comes to trying to help folks out, that kind of leads us to why we really aimed to try to get on RV Unplugged Season 2 and win. Obviously, we love the challenge. We're very, very competitive, but we do hope that we're competitive not to a fault, that in all of our efforts to achieve and the frustrations that come with it, that we stay within character.
We stay true to ourselves, and we always respect everybody, even though we are very competitive. A lot of our competitiveness is in each of ourselves doing the best and being the best that we can be as an individual.
And hoping that that's enough to win.
Yeah.
So check this out, we've been full-timing since 2022. We've been in our rig full time. That's our house, that's our home.
Yeah.
And as we've traveled throughout the United States, we've been lucky enough to meet people in smaller towns, little places we stop. We might be on the way to Disney or on the way to meet a friend in Florida, but along the way there in Georgia, we stopped off in Plains, Georgia, where Jimmy Carter came from. And you walk up and down the main street slowly, calmly, and you meet people there and you see them. You see and you talk and you slowly get to know folks and you hear some of their backstory.
Yeah.
There's a word for that relaxed, calm stroll.
Yeah, it's called Bimble, and it means to move at a leisurely pace.
How do you spell that?
B-I-M-B-L-E.
Right, because it sounds like a bunch of things, but to bimble means to stroll at a leisurely pace, as Shelby said, and to not necessarily have a destination. It's a relaxed stroll. And if you were to bimble up and down main streets across our country and take the time to see
and get to know people, get to know local people, and people go through a lot of trials and tribulations in life and really don't have any guidance, or some people don't have family to help them and they don't know what to do or where to even ask for help. Some people don't even want to ask for help. But what we plan on doing is in our travels is just getting to know as many people as we can and just trying to give back as much as possible and help people along the way.
And this money, the winnings, would help us kick that off perfectly.